Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Águeda in Portugal, round 3 of the European MX two-stroke championship, the 250 class, presented by FMF Racing. My name is Paul Malin. Thanks for joining us live on MXGP TV today. Round 1 was in Great Britain at Matchley Basin a couple of months ago. We were in Mantova last week, Lombardia. Here we are, round 3, northwest of Portugal, pretty much, on a beautiful, fine day here. A lot less wind than yesterday. The track's been heavily ripped again, watered as well, because it's going to be slightly warmer, touching towards the mid-20s today, I believe. The fans are already under their sombreros and umbrellas as they prepare for day 2 here at Águeda in Portugal. 1,630 meters long, the racetrack here. Starts straight around about 100 meters, maybe just less, and it dips in as you go tight to the inside, but it kind of swings back more than, not quite 180 degrees, but certainly more than 90 as they head up nice and wide though on the exit of that first turn. Here's how the EMX250 liners ride up. It was Mike Krass who was fastest yesterday in time training, a 1:48.5. He was just 1/10 quicker than Emanuele Alberio, the Italian, on his Husqvarna. Yuri Van End, the Team EcoMax Fuels KTM teammate to Krass, was third, about another 10th further back. And then we had the gas rider, Václav Kovar, Andrea Vendruscolo, Brad Anderson, the championship leader on the Verdi Substance KTM, then Ben Putnam, and Dero Luzbo for A1M Husqvarna, Max Spies and Todd Kellett. And the rest of the guys you see there, 23 guys lining up today. And in race 1 yesterday, it was Mike Krass. He led every single lap, pulled a whole shot, did the number 55. But this guy here, Brad Anderson, he started around about 4th and he got into 3rd pretty quickly. But by about turn 4, he lost the front end in that off-cambered downhill right-hander. And he was right at the back. And he did fight his way through, though, to get 8th. And what that means is the championship now is down to just 2 points. Coming into this weekend, the gap between Anderson and Krass was 14. Anderson still leads, but he's put himself under pressure here at the start of race 2, because Mike Krass was victorious in race 1, quite comfortably so as well, even though he was pushed in the beginning by the 998, the Yamaha rider Todd Kellett, who's riding with part of the middle finger on his left hand missing after his crash with Andero Luzbo a week ago. He's modified his glove, made the actual sort of like finger pocket that little bit wider. Václav Kovar, steady away yesterday, started 5th, picked his way to 4th, because in the latter stages Emanuele Alberio, who was in 4th place, was passed by Kovar and then by Andero Luzbo and Brad Todd in the latter stages. So Brad Todd coming home in 6th place. There is Kellett. He was 2nd in race 1. Behind him was Yuri Van Ende. Václav Kovar was 4, Andero Luzbo 5, Brad Todd 6, Emanuele Alberio was 7. Brad Anderson was 8, Vendruscolo was 9, and Pier Filippo Bertuzzo was 10, ahead of Ben Putnam, the number 11 finishing in 11th place. 12th was Max Spies, number 7. Then Nikolai Christensen was 13th. The fly race in 15-second board goes up. Guarini was 14th. Lolly, Putnam, Sensioni, Del Coco, Zanato, and Eric Thoma from Spain were your top 20. The EcoMax Fuels KTM in the fluorescent colours in gates 1 and 3. Between them, the 499 of Emanuele Alberio. Who's he going to be, though, that grabs that all-important start here? Well, I'll tell you what, the 2 KTMs came together there, and a man down halfway down the start straight. They would have been out on track for their warm-up. You see the track is going to be pretty flat on the opening laps then, because freshly ripped, just to try and get some more water in there overnight, just to combat the slightly warmer. This is where Anderson fell yesterday. He almost goes down again here, but he gets himself into 3rd place. Goes after the 2 KTMs ahead of him, but it's Krass who leads the way from Yuri Van Ende, or is it no, the other way around? So it's Yuri Van Ende who leads. Krass in 2nd, Anderson in 3rd. Václav Kovar coming in to land on that red gas in 4th place. Then 5th is, I think, Emanuele Alberio. Going to be much quicker today, but already you can see, look, the ground all hard over on the far side. But here is your race leader, Yuri Van Ende. He leads the way. EcoMax Fuels KTM, and that might be, you know, in 4th place. The 62 of Andero Luzbo. I think it is, A1M Husqvarna. Not sure if his transponder is working though, because nowhere inside. Oh, there he is, 62. Yeah, he's looking to. He was 11th at the first split. Well, the camera gets roosted there coming out of the final turn, but it is Van Tender that leads the way. From Crest in second, third Anderson, fourth Andero Luzbo of Estonia, fifth Kovar, Czech Republic, sixth Andrea Vendruscolo, seventh Pierre Filippo Platuzzo, Manuel Alvarillo is in eighth place, Andrea Guarini 9, and Brad Todd 10 ahead of the other Todd Kellett in 11th, Ben Putnam 12, Rob Holyoke. Better start for him this time in 13th place. Nikolai Christensen is 14. Michele Sensioni, Sebastian Zanato, Charlie Putnam, Matteo Del Coco, Ricardo Sensioni, and Eric Tomac. They're your top 20 riders. The Press looking to nudge his way up the inside of his teammate, who runs wide. And then an easy pass in the end for Press as he goes from second to first. And Anderson, well, he's going to have to work hard to find his way past the 92 and onto the rear wheel of the 55 of Crass if he is to extend his championship lead, because whichever way you look at it at the moment, Crass will be the new championship leader. Just depends by how many points when the checkered flag falls. So anyway, Van Tender being passed by his teammate. There's Anderson third. There's Andero Luzbo. So Anderson can't switch off yet either, because he's got a hard-charging Estonian behind him on the A1M Husqvarna. The Verdi Sports KTM rider will do his best to, or Verdi Substance KTM rider will do his best to try and keep him at bay. But as I said, track a lot faster, smoother than it was yesterday. Anyway, let's take a look at the start. Replay. Oh, Lolly getting caught there. Hopefully he's okay, but Marco Lolly then, the rider that went down in the middle of the start straight. 15th in race one yesterday. But Mike Kress leads the way, 1.4 seconds over his teammate, Yuri Van Tender. Anderson here is third. He's managed to break free from Andero Luzbo. So now he can at least focus on closing down the first of two Eco Max Fuels KTM riders. And you know what, this is a fantastic ride for Yuri Van Tender. Fourth overall in Lombardia. And then last year, his best result was a fifth overall at Valkenswaard for the Dutch rider. So could find himself on the podium here, second overall if he stays where he is, or even if Anderson finds his way by, I think he'll still be second overall. So but Anderson could do with another couple of points, that's for sure. Because as it stands right now, Crass leads away on 50. Van Tender, the lead rider in shot here, is second on 42 with a third yesterday and is second at the moment. He will lose 2 points if Anderson goes by. Andero Luzbo is on 34, tied with Václav Kovar, and then on 33 is Anderson. So Anderson needs these 2 points if he's to get on the podium, at the very least. But to be sure, he needs to go past Crass for the win as well. But Crass getting his head down, it was 1.4. He set the fastest lap previously. He's just done it again, a 51.9. A 53.1 and a 53.2 for the guys following him, Van Tender and Anderson. So the gap going out to 2.5 seconds now then, and Anderson 4.1 down on the lead of Crass, who is well and truly in the driving seat here. Crass continues to lead though. Anderson gunning for Van Tender. Václav Kovar is in 5th place. Andrea Vendruscolo is 6th. Pierre Filippo Patuzzo, Brad Todd, Todd Kellett, and Emmanuel Alvarillo. Marco Lolly's bike being pushed away. Currently receiving medical attention. after that crash down the start straight. Hopefully okay, nothing too serious, but normally in situations like that, just observational more than anything else. Take all necessary precautions. Anderson still struggling to find his way onto the rear wheel. Yuri Van Tender, though. Where's Hollyoak? Hollyoak in 13th, just behind Ben Putnam. So the number 11, Ben Putnam. What was he yesterday? Actually came home in 11th, didn't he? Started 11th, got up to 9th. Lost a couple of positions as Anderson came through. And he'll be hoping to climb inside the top 10 if he can. He was 9th in the championship before we came here. Where would he be? He'll drop to 11th actually at the moment. Les Grass over the line, 3 laps complete. Another fastest lap of the race, 51.8. Obviously confident and loves the circuit here. Certainly making it difficult for Ando just to get on and pick up the pace. Looks like, as it stands right now, there will be a new championship leader to the tune of 3 points. Grass will move to 119, Anderson 116, Kovar will remain third on 101, so he'll slip to 15 points off the second place rider, Anderson. Brett Todd, I think, has found his way past Andrea Vendruscolo. Here's how he did it. Final turn. So Brad Todd then on the Yamaha, now up into 7th place. And Kellett has also gone through, so a double Brit attack on the Italian. Right, Anderson, at this stage of the race, with about 17 minutes plus 2 to go, is going to be hoping that the rider ahead of him here, number 92, Yuri Van Tender, will fade in the second half of the race. That's what he'll be hoping, because right now, the Dutchman is making it very difficult for the Brit. Doubling up, then able to mono, double towards the end of the waves. A lot of riders complaining how hard that part of the racetrack was yesterday, that turn going into the entry to the waves. A lot of loose stones sitting on the top because of the dry conditions yesterday. Like riding on marbles in some instances, but the nature of the ground here anyway, very clay, red clay base, great for making pottery, but no good when it dries out and the stones come to the surface. Another fastest lap for Kress, a 51.3 this time. The guys behind him, Van Tender, Anderson and Lusbo, all in the 52s. Kress all out on his own at the moment, 4.3 seconds clear. Anderson getting a bit closer maybe. Trying to gauge. About 1.5 seconds behind as they hit the line previously. He looks to be, but he was close enough about a lap ago, but Van Tender just seems to have something on one of the parts of the lap, and a little bit front high there for Anderson as he grabbed the tail off. Hasn't deterred him though. Todd is now past Pier Filippo Patuzzo and got himself into 6th place. Here he is, number 714 on the Yamaha. And there's Kellett. Kellett's gone with him as well. So everything that Brad Todd is doing, Todd Kellett is mirroring. So Todd up on the top corner here. There's Kellett, Pier Filippo Patuzzo just behind them. But it's still Kress who leads the way. Van Tender is in second place. Anderson in third. And Dero Luzbo still there in fourth, ahead of Václav Kovar. Anderson getting closer to Van Tender. Todd and Kellett finding their way past Patuzzo. First session out on track after overnight prep. Anderson will be frustrated, actually, because the rougher the conditions for him, the better. The more line choice, the better. It's almost like being a motorcycle scale electric fan at the moment, just watching these guys hit the same point, getting in the turns at the same line, on the gas at the same point. The only one really doing anything different and making it work is Kras, who's disappearing. 7 seconds clear now with another fastest lap of the race, a 51.1 on lap 5. Anderson and Van Tender back in the 53s, maybe Anderson because of the rider ahead of him, but an EcoMax Fuels 1-2 at the moment, and they will finish 1 and 2 on the podium. Doesn't get any better than that. I was talking to a couple of the management guys, actually, from EcoMax Fuels at the airport in Italy last weekend, as Anderson gets ready to go around the outside. Got to be careful not to slam into the back wheel as he comes into land over there. But the EcoMax Fuel saying it's a lot cleaner, which in today's age, with the environment, as Anderson just launched himself a little bit too far into the final corner, with the green people and all of the rest of it, EcoMax seem to be establishing themselves there, but going to the inside and maybe just starting to fade. Ando goes around the outside. Oh, and Van Tender almost up the side of the track there, but somehow he still manages to challenge Anderson as they run it into the final corner, which is also turn 1. So a change for the lead then, for second position on lap 7. Anderson now in second place. Watch this here. Anderson comes in, almost blows a kiss to our camera there. But look at the line that the 92 had there. Eventually got squeezed by Ando as he went around the outside and into second position. So the Verdi Substance KTM now trying to put some distance between himself and Yuri Van Tender. And the big question mark now is, has he faded? And will he get caught and passed by Dero Luzbo here in blue on the A1M Husqvarna? And will that have podium consequences for the man in green? We'll do all of that next time around. Kellett's on the podium at the moment because he's also charging his way through. Don't forget, he was second in race 1 yesterday. Todd Kellett now up into 7th, shadowing Brad Todd. Nervous look over the shoulder there from Van Tender. Is he going to leave the door open here? Well, yeah, he kind of catched himself there, didn't he? Nervous look across, thought that Luzbo was going to ram him up the inside, just gave him a wide berth, and it was an easy move through for the man in blue. So 7 in the bag. Mike Kras leads, 10.5 seconds. Anderson second. Luzbo now third. Van Tender there with the white helmet in 4th place. Kovar 5th. And he was quicker than Van Tender as well last time. So is he going to drop even further down the leaderboard and out of podium contention? As it stands right now, Kras on 50, 2 wins, 25 points for a win. Van Tender still on the podium in second, believe it or not, with a 3rd and a 4th. 20 and 18 gives him 38 points. Luzbo is 3rd on a 36. Todd Kellett 36. Anderson 35. Kovar 34. So Anderson needs to win if he wants to be on the podium, and all of a sudden 10.5 seconds looks like it's an impossible task with 9.5 minutes plus 2 to go. Here's 2 Brits. Brad Todd, Todd Kellett, both Yamaha mounted. Braking bumps just starting to appear. Following on from this, of course, not live on MXGP TV, we've got the MX2 and MXGP warm-up sessions. And then we are back with the second race from WMX. First race was yesterday afternoon around about 4:30. Today will be on air 11:25 for that. That race gate drop will be at 11:30 local time. Right now it's 10 o'clock, so in about an hour and a half. Here's Kress. He jumps long, rails the berm around the outside. Obviously, that's where the traction is. .52.5. His pace has slowed too, but he's still quicker than everybody else out the track. Anderson now 11 seconds behind. Not going to be on the podium, and he will lose his championship lead by a point, though. Kress will be on 1:19. We will have a new championship leader if it stays like this. Anderson will be on 1:18, so that's a good point haul. He would have gained 15 points on Anderson this weekend with 2 wins, potentially. And, of course, he'll take the red plate. Todd Kellett down the inside of Brad Todd, but no way through. Tries to scare him up the inside, clutch in, back brake, gas open for Kellett. Problem he has, when I spoke to him this morning before they went out for warm-up, Todd Kellett, is that the middle finger on his right hand, the one where he's just missing a tip and riding through the pain barrier, he used his middle clutch finger to operate the clutch, or his middle finger to operate the clutch. Will he cut back to the inside here? He thinks about it. Brad Todd knows he's under pressure now, though. Kellett needs this pass for the podium. Looking to improvise. Nicely done. Looks to get in the inside rut. Looks like there's more traction over there now than there was yesterday. Dropping downhill. Kress still leads, Anderson second, Lusbo third, Van Tender, Kovar. This is the battle for 6th place. Brad Todd, Todd Kellett. Down past pit lane. Oh. Face full of roost off the rear wheel of the 714, right into the face of the guy behind him. Kellett looking for an opening as he goes into that final turn. Todd having to go tight and defensive just in case. Maybe the quickest line at the moment. Oh, and he tries to show Brad Todd a wheel. They're bar to bar as they drop downhill. He'll look to maybe make the move at the end of the straight here, just like he did a lap ago, but not close enough here, is he? Again, tries to put the scare tactics. Will he cut back to the inside here? Oh, they're stricken the book. Brad Todd, too cute for that. This is for the final podium place here for the guy in the red top, Todd Kellett. They're coming under pressure again from Pier Filippo Bertuzzo. They dispensed of him a couple of laps ago. Oh, it's dodgy jumping out to the right-hand side there, TK. Landing in all that slop. I think Brad Todd just holding up his fellow Brit now, but he gets on the gas. No, he gets squeezed. Got no choice. Will he get close enough this time around? Oh, not quite. They're tripping themselves up. They're going to get split by an Italian in a moment. Trying everything he knows, Todd Kellett. Can he cut back to the inside? No. Brad Todd riding a very wide Yamaha at the moment. Tries to cut back to the inside. Halted by that little single in the turn, down past pit lane. This time he's a bit cleaner. He's a little bit closer. He's going to have no choice but to go inside, outside here. Oh, he goes inside, inside and follows again. So 4 minutes plus 2 to go. Kress, he's already halfway home to the Netherlands. 12 seconds clear of Anderson. Oh, we're going to see a pass here for 6th place. Kellett comes in a little bit short on landing. Again, he can't get his Yamaha turned. Squirted up the hill. A trio of Yamahas now being joined by Patuzzo. Kellett gets the distance down the hill. Gonna have to go the long way round here, and Todd, oh, he runs him wide. Almost ran him into Russia the next round. Patuzzo can't believe his luck here, you know. He got dropped by a couple of seconds. Again, messy on the landing there from Kellett, and he's hanging out the back end. This time he looks to, he's got a nice little line there though, wide and tight, but it's just not developed enough. Right, will he go to the outside this time? No, he's going to jump long. This time he closed the door, but guess what? Todd is right back there. Cuts across to the outside, closes the door on Kellett. Good, fun race to be involved in this though. This time he rails the outside, he's going to get squeezed. Oh! A pair of Todds banging bars at the top of the hill, and this time Kellett comes out on top in 6th place. Finally, Kellett goes through, moves up into 6th position. And over the line. Right, crash leagues then. Almost 12 seconds clear of Anderson. Just watch this. In the end, he had to be firm but fair, and he was aggressive. Brad Todd, though, didn't want any of it. He fought his corner every step of the way. In the end, Kellett had to go long into this corner as well. He had to go straight on there. He still hadn't made the pass until about 3 corners later. I'll hit the brakes, he'll fly right by. That's what Brad Todd was thinking. Didn't quite work on that occasion, though. All of a sudden, Brad Todd, 714, under pressure from the Italian Pier Filippo Patuzzo, number 73. Can he maintain his composure? As it stands now, we've got Kress on the top step of the podium, 50 points for him. His teammate, Yuri Van Tender, 2nd on 38. Todd Kellett, 37. Then Andero Lusbo, who's 3rd in the race. He'll be 4th overall on 36. Anderson, 35. Kovar, 34. A minute to go. So 3 laps to go then for Mike Kress, the EcoMax Fuels KTM rider. It's been immaculate this weekend. Fastest in time training, a win yesterday, and so far he's in the driving seat here. The Verdi Substance KTM of Ando. Still hovering around 12 seconds, that's the gap. Finish line to tabletop jump alongside the start straight. Kress obviously looking to emulate the Netherlands from last night's Eurovision Song Contest. They were the top performers apparently last night, according to my Twitter feed this morning. Kress tripling up. He's looked more than comfortable, hasn't he, this weekend? And it's not even a real sand track here. It's more hard packed than anything else. Just when they rip it, just has a little bit of loose dirt on top. There's his teammate, Yuri Van Tender. He's still in 4th place, about 2 seconds clear of Václav Kovar. Kovar closing in, though. Tell you what, that'll, if Kovar goes by, that'll take away 2 points from Van Tender. That'll put him on 36. And I think that will promote Andero Lusbo, who's in 3rd, to the podium, because they'll be tied on points. But 3rd betters a 4th or a 5th place if that's where Van Tender finishes, and it'll be Lusbo on the podium. So EcoMax Fuels aren't over the line yet with 2 guys on the podium. What about Kovar? He's on 34. He will also move to 36, but he will lose out. So it will be a 3-way tie for 36 for the last place on the podium. So 2 to go. going to be very tense. Oh, and he almost messes up there, Van Tender. Be a very tense time for the number 92. Track conditions absolutely perfect. Yeah, not as bumpy as they normally would be for a Sunday at the moment, but in terms of the actual dirt itself, there is a new sprinkler system built in over the last year that we were here, and obviously they're able to keep on top, watering little and often, just to keep it primed. But as you can see, the track's starting to dry out here, those loose stones, because of the dry ground. The nature of the dirt, actually, just because it's, you know, a hotbed here for clay, for ceramic building, and all of that kind of stuff. Does dry out very quickly, goes hard as well. Perfect for bacon plant pots. There's Kovar. Lighting up the back end as he goes triple, outside, double in the opposite direction. So just over a lap to go. We're still no closer to determining the final podium place at the moment. Van Tender is in second on 38, and Todd Kellett is third on 37. Right, into the final lap for these guys. Mike Crass leading the way, 1:54.4. Brad Anderson about to hit the line now. Here's Yuri Van Tender. And Václav Kovar, they're still fourth and fifth. Luzbo about 3 seconds behind Ando. Kellett sixth. Bertuzzo has just found his way past Brad Todd. So Todd now down to ninth place as PFB Meister goes through into seventh. Andrea Vendruscolo is ninth, and Ben Putnam in 10th place. Andrea Guarini 11th. Nikolai Christensen 12, Eric Tomar 13, Max Spies 14, Matteo Del Coco, Michele Sensioni, Sebastian Zanato, Rob Holyoke, Ricardo Sensioni, and Charlie Putnam. They're your top 20 point scorers at the moment. But this battle's going to go all the way to the wire, isn't it, between the 92 and the 101 of Van Tender and Kovar. There's Kellett. At the moment, in third overall. On 37. Might still be good enough, but if Kovar goes through, then I think Kellett will be promoted to second overall. And Luzbo will go to third. Kovar, maybe not close enough. He's got maybe 7 or 8 corners left in which to do something about the guy ahead of him here on EcoMax Fuels KTM. Here's his teammate, though, cruising to another race win. 3 wins for the season now, and Mike Crass celebrating as he heads past his team in pit lane. Showing great bounce-back ability here this weekend. Mike Crass comes from 14 points down. He wins here with a double moto win and takes over the championship lead by a point over the guy who crosses the line now, Brad Anderson, in second. Third for Luzbo, 4 Van Tender, 5th Kovar, and there is a 1-2 for EcoMax Fuels KTM as well, with Crass and Van Tender coming home first and second. Kellett should be third overall. We're just waiting for Kellett to come through any moment now. He takes a look over his shoulder. He comes into land. He's on the podium in third in what was a closely fought contest for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. But Crass wins race 2. He takes the overall. He takes the championship lead as well as we head to Russia. And a great day for EcoMax Fuel, a 1-2 with his teammate on the podium this weekend. Here's Lisa Leyland getting ready to talk to our race and overall winner, Mike Crass.
Mike Crass, massive congratulations. You went 1-1, you've got your second overall of the season, and more importantly, you're the new red plate holder.
Yes, I gotta say thank you to my teammate because he took it easy on me, and track was so nice, and yeah, this is the best track I ever rode. So nice, and I just want to thank my wife and yeah, my kids, my family, my mom. My mom's birthday, so this is one for my mom too. And yeah, I'm just happy, and I hope that luck is on my side now this season. So we're gonna continue like this, and thanks to EMX2t. It's the best bike out there. So thank you so much.
Great job. Thanks, Mike.
Yes.
Great day for the EMX Fuels KTM squad. Mike Krass going 1-1, Juri van Tender going 3-4 to get second overall. But Mike Krass, with that win here this weekend, takes over the championship lead as we head to Russia. Round 4 in about 3 weeks' time. Official confirmation then, Mike Krass, your winner from Brad Anderson and Dero Lusbo, Juri van Tender. Václav Kovar and Todd Kellett. Pierre Filippo Patuzzo finding his way past Brad Todd on the last lap. Andrea Vendruscolo 9, Ben Putnam 10, Andrea Gorini 11, Nikolai Christensen 12, Max Spies 13, Eric Thoma, Matteo Del Coco, Michele Sensioni, and then rounding out the top 20, Seb Zanato, Rob Holyoke, Charlie Putnam up to 19th on the final lap when he passed Riccardo Sensioni. Krass takes the overall though. Another perfect day here for the Dutchman. Second overall, Juri van Tender. Third, Todd Kellett. Very close though. Putnam getting 10th overall this weekend. Championship now looks like this. Mike Krass is the new red plate holder by a point over Anderson. Kovar is third, Kellett fourth. Juri van Tender moves up one position at the expense of Brad Todd, who now drops to 6. Putnam, Ben Putnam, actually started here this weekend in 9th. He actually improves a position. He was down in 11th at one point, so getting himself up into 10th meant that he's climbed a position in the championship to 8th now. KTM leading the way in the manufacturer standings though. Bikes you hear there are a couple of riders doing practice starts out on the test track. But we're getting ready for the podium here, and third overall, Todd Kellett goes to the third. Yeah, the podium's that way. Keep walking. Yamaha rider third, and it was a Dutch 1-2 this weekend. Juri van Tender taking second overall for EMX Fuels. And it's his teammate, Mike Krass, who goes 1-1, his second overall victory of the season. And, of course, he will be collecting the red plate in a moment as well as the new championship leader. Right, getting ready for trophy time here. Normally they have some nice little ceramic trophies, not necessarily cups or trophies, sometimes plaques, but from the local area. Always nice to get stuff like that as well, because they're more ornamental than anything else, and they blend into the local scenery in your house, don't they, most times? But Todd Kellett taking his third place trophy. There's the EMX Fuels KTM rider, Juri van Tender, taking his first podium trophy wear. Man who's no stranger to winning though, of course, number 55, Mike Krass. In what was an EMX Fuels 1-2 here this weekend in Agada, Portugal, round 3 of the European two-stroke championship presented by FMF Racing. Okay, still the clock of the course on hand to deliver the team trophy. Just one more thing to do, and it's the red plate. This time, though, it changes hands from Brad Anderson to Mike Krass. Eddie Hurd, the FIM Europe Motocross Commission president, hands it to the Dutchman. Well worth the trip here from Italy to Portugal this weekend, not just for Krass, but also for his teammate at EMX Fuels. National anthem time, though, for the Netherlands. Your top three here this weekend: Mike Krass, Yuri Van Tende, and Todd Kellett. They'll celebrate on the podium. We'll take a look at some of the best moments, and when we return from the other side of that, Lisa Leyland will catch up with the top three, starting with our winner, Mike Krass.
Mike Krass, massive congratulations. Quite a lonely second race for you, but who cares? You came from 14 points down to get that red plate. It's a fantastic weekend for you.
Yeah. Just a shame about the second race in England, but Eco Max worked so hard to give me the best bike, and we put so much effort into this, and I'm just really happy. And now we go to Russia, and I want to survive that, and then we go to Latvia again, one of my favorite tracks. So I'm really going to fight for this championship, and we just give it 100%. I've got to give it to my wife, India, and my kids. I love them, and I just want to go home now. So see you later.
Congratulations, Mike. Thank you. Second overall today, we have Yuri Van Tende. Yuri, a third and a fourth to get your first podium of the season. Tell us about your weekend.
Yeah, all weekend. My riding was so good. Free practice, time practice, 2 good starts, and finishes here on the podium. I'm so happy. I will thank all the sponsors, my team, my family, my girl, everyone. Thanks. Good weekend.
Congratulations. Third overall today, we have Todd Kellett. Todd, pretty close for this third spot, but you made a nice move, and you got your first podium.
Yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon. I wanted a podium in Italy, but unfortunately I had a collision with the rider and chopped the top of my finger off. So this weekend's been a real struggle, but I'm absolutely amazed so I could do it. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's helped me. It's been a huge push for everyone to help me get here this year. St. Blazy, Dragon Tech, my girlfriend, my mum and dad. It's been amazing. Thank you very much.
Huge congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, good job. And it is a big effort because he wasn't going to ride the European Championship. It was do the first round, see how we go. So, yeah, major shout out then to the guys helping him in that privateer outfit, Dragon Tech and St. Blazy Yamaha. Gets on the podium this weekend as Todd Kellett. He'll be looking for more when we head to Russia for the next round in about 3 weeks' time. Fantastic career best, though, for Yuri Van Tende. His first ever podium on the EcoMax Fuels KTM. Good solid performances from him this weekend, a second and a sixth. A third and a fourth for him, but his teammate, Mike Krass, the overall winner. Another double moto win for him in his career. Back-to-back overall wins. And of course, Mike Krass takes over the championship lead as we head to round 4, the halfway stage of the competition. Right, we'll be back around about 11:25, so about an hour's time. When we return, it will be for WMX Race 2. We'll see you then. Bye for now.